Hello everyone, long time no see. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the video, I just want to quickly say thank you to anyone who's helped get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. That's amazing, thanks so much. I won't name names in case I forget a few people, but I think those of you watching probably know who you are. Thank you to you especially for all any nice messages you've ever sent me, words of encouragement, or just general being awesome and that kind of thing. Thank you very much. But thank you to each and every one of you who have subscribed. Let's keep this train rolling. Subscribe if you're new, but you don't have to because you don't know if this video is any good yet. So let's get on to the rest of the content. Today we're talking about Perfect Blue. Now, I treated myself to what they are calling the Ultimate Edition. So let's take a quick look-see at that. Here we are. So yeah, it's the Perfect Blue Ultimate Edition, and what this is, I don't know if it's to commemorate, I suppose it's to commemorate 20 years, although we're in 2019 now. The original film, well, the film came out in 1998, so I'm guessing it's to celebrate 20 years. I have done my maths correctly, that is 20, not 30, isn't it? Yes. And to cut a long story short, it's a super duper book with a Blu-ray and soundtrack. Let's discuss the technical side of it, because I know a lot of you watching are probably not here for me, you're here for this, and you're going to want all this sort of detail. So it has a little bit of a blurby here. It treats it more of a book. It actually has an ISBN number. I don't know if you can read that, but I'll put all this sort of thing in the description box anyway. But it goes on to explain how it has the original movie on Blu-ray. It has a CD soundtrack. 384 pages are in the storybook, storyboard book, which is only in Japanese, but we'll get to that in a bit. And a 48-page companion book, which has proper artwork, so promotional artwork, designs for Mima, that kind of thing. It also has the original standard definition movie in the extras. That's one of the extras. And interviews as part of the extras. I'll get into that in a second. Lectures, and then a choice of sound. So the interviews are with Satoshi Kon, the director, with the English voice actress for Mimi, the Japanese voice actress for Mimi, the English voice actress for Rumi, and the voice actor for Mimaniac, which I didn't realise he had that many lines of dialogue to be considered a voice actor, but they interviewed him anyway. What else? The Blu-ray film itself, so we'll get onto the box side of it in a minute, but the Blu-ray itself, I actually took it upon myself to watch it prior to recording this video, so I could just briefly give you a heads up on the quality. The actual Blu-ray menu is stunning. It looks amazing. The movie itself looks okay. I was playing it through a PlayStation 4 Pro on our LG 4K ready television, and within the settings, I think I used the vivid setting. I know that varies from TV to TV, but I thought, you know, just to get the oomph of colour, because I was halfway through the film and thought, it's not as colourful as I thought it was going to be. Then I just changed the setting and boom, all this colour came through. So, you know, I would recommend maybe putting it on a vivid setting or a sports setting, because they usually brighten it up. And of course, it's been remastered to fit a HD screen, so the lines are smoother. It's not as like dull. And again, you get to compare it to the SD version because they have included the SD version, which of course is about that big on a HD screen. So the options there, if you want to do a frame by frame, someone out there probably already has done, but from just blind sight, I think it looks good, but it doesn't look amazing. Anyway, that's the movie, the Blu-ray disc in itself. Let's talk about the box that it actually comes in. So this artwork right here, don't you think that's cool? I really like how the puzzle pieces, if that's what it is, anyway, these bits here are all puzzle pieces, are basically symbolism. I won't ruin the plot of the movie too much in case some of you out there haven't seen it all the way through, but the puzzle pieces are basically a symbolism for Mimi going through the struggle of being a pop idol. And I like how it breaks it between the 2D art and then this 3D art here, which they actually explain inside the companion book. That was the 2007 DVD cover. I can't actually show it you because, as you've probably guessed, there will be nip nips, so I probably won't or shouldn't show you the nip nips. But I just like that contrast because there's a little bit more to the reason that they've chosen that. The back has got this, but this actually does come off. It's got like little glue tabs to reveal the like full piece of that. I won't take it off just in case I rip it. But let's take out, so this is actually a really hard case. Can you hear that? So a bit like the Death Mark box, I really appreciate that. I don't know if this is numbered or not. On the bottom here, it has ANI 0316. I don't know if that means it's 316 of 1,000. When I ordered this from Zavvi, it said it was limited to 1,000 copies. I don't know if that means it's limited to 1,000 in general or limited to 1,000 in UK territory from that retailer or Europe. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what the limited to 1,000 means. And I don't know if that 0316 has anything to do with it, but we'll run with it. We'll look at the companion book first, just because it's smaller and it's lighter. So it's the same artwork again, the puzzle piece, and then the full version. And on the inside is the nip nip picture, which I can't show you, as well as some more nip nip pictures. There's quite a few like nip nips going on in here. Can I show you this? I think I can show you this. So we've got some cool artwork with descriptions underneath as to what they originally were for. So one, that's actually a promotional calendar. Let's see what else. Calendar. I think this is all calendars. There is one bit I want to show you specifically, so let me get to it. In fact, some of you will recognise this piece. I think this was on the cover of the vinyl. I think. I might be wrong. But this is actually the image they use for the Blu-ray menu screen. And I tell you, it's crisp. Like, this it looks better on the screen than it does here. It's so crisp and colourful and bold. If you could screenshot that and use it as a screensaver if you wanted. That's how crisp of an image it is. But that's the image they use. And then the menu at the bottom with the play set up and all that is actually the fish tank. If you've seen the movie, you know why it's a fish tank. But I thought that was just a nice touch. Oh, and I wanted to show you these as well. I just thought that these were really cool. So these are like the what are you gonna call them? It's all storyboard stuff, but it's like the rendered backgrounds. And I just find that sort of thing really amazing, that people can draw like that. I just can't fathom being able to draw in such a way. Oh, and this is the other interesting stuff. So I won't zoom in on it too much, but basically what this is, it's picking up certain scenes or certain pieces of dialogue, and it's going into a bit more depth as to why they worded it in such a way. Again, going into the double meaning and the symbolism in some of it, or how it reflects on society at the time, all that kind of thing. Because for anyone who's got a rough or small knowledge of pop idol culture in Japan knows that it's a bit of a dog eat dog sort of thing. It's not a very nice industry. From the outside it looks amazing, but the actual in-depth of it, not so much. Which is kind of what Satoshi Kon wanted to achieve with this film, I think. There's actually a very interesting small documentary I found. I might link that below. I would recommend watching it. But yeah, so there's pages and pages of it. And then at the back here we've got... Unfortunately, I don't read Japanese, so I'm guessing that these are just credits to people who worked either on the book or on the art side of it, or in the movie in general. Then we've got like a little bit of a mini bio on Satoshi Kon there. And then more artwork, which I don't want to ruin just in case people haven't seen it. More nipples, so I can't show you that. So yes, that's like a nice little collective amount of artwork there. Because given how old the film is, that probably is all the art that was produced for it. Now we're on to the actual meat of it. This is the book, which is also doubled up as the disc case. So And it's actually back to, well, not back to front, but it's actually the right way round for Japanese folk, back to front for me. So we have to open it this way to start at the beginning. And you've got the Blu-ray disc, and then if we go to the back where the barcode is, we've got the soundtrack. I'll list the soundtrack in the description, but it's all in Japanese, so I don't know how useful that'll be to some of you, but I'll list it anyway. And it's broken up into 3 parts, so it'll be kind of like a film or a play. You've got your beginning, middle and end, you know, your prologue, epilogue or whatever, but they've broken it up into the 3 stages of how the film builds up. And for obvious reasons, it's all in Japanese. I wouldn't expect them to sit there and translate 384 pages of notes into English, but it's all like proper original, no filter, nothing's been altered. But for film buffs, that's probably super, super interesting. For me, I just wanted a little piece of history. I missed out on the limited edition vinyl that came out last year or the year before. And I'm a bit late to the party. I only watched Perfect Blue for the first time about 3 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but instantly loved it. Thrillers, psychological thrillers, or just the theme of the film is just perfect. I think it not only was it relevant in 1998, it's super relevant now in present day. The idea of being stalked online, the idea of not having privacy when you're a celebrity of any level, doesn't matter if you're a small content creator or a massive A-list celebrity. The themes of Perfect Blue still run true today, and I think that's what I found super fascinating. It also touches on mental health. In fact, it relies heavily on the subject of mental health, which is even more relevant today than it ever has been. It's always been used as a scare tool. It's always been treated as a scary subject, and while it is a scary subject, it's a lot easier to talk about it now, but it doesn't make it any less dangerous when not treated in the right way. So for so many reasons, Perfect Blue is going to stand the test of time for many years to come, and I truly believe that. So I just wanted a piece of history by grabbing this. So while I might not sit here and read through all 384 pages every night for the rest of my life, I'll definitely pick it up once in a while, look at it and go, wow, what an amazingly well put together movie, and what an amazing way to tell a story. And that's all there is to the Perfect Blue Ultimate Edition. If you want to grab this, I would suggest doing it now. I'm not too sure if it's still in stock, but I'll list below the original listing where I purchased it from, and hopefully some of you out there might be able to grab one whilst you still can. But thank you for listening to me rant and rave about my love for Perfect Blue. It's a film that I think everyone should watch at least once in their life, even people who don't like anime. I don't even consider this as an anime film, I just consider this as a film, a very well made film at that. I just can't believe that it was almost a live action. I just don't think it would have been delivered in the same way had it been live action, so I'm so glad it was created as an animated feature. So once again, thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye!